What up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy fight day. Got a decent card today. A couple good fights I've seen. That should be fun to watch for sure. But got some pretty big news this week in UFC Strike that we're going to be covering. Kind of recapping everything that went down yesterday in that office hours, because clearly this week wasn't much else going on. We didn't have a challenge or anything. So even though we had a bunch of strike fighters on the card this week, so it's kind of a bummer there. But yeah, we're gonna break down this recap, or we're gonna break down this office hours. I got a little recap, took some screenshots of some good questions that I saw that received some answers. But yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for popping in. What's up? Also, I'm going to get the poker link ready for this afternoon, evening, middle of the night, depending on where you're at. But yeah, they need me to do the poker, so I'm going to do the poker and get it going for the fellas. So I'll post a link for that later. But yeah, let's get to it. Let me get a quick givey in here real quick. A little $10 Dapper credit will run at the end of the show. TFSP in the chat. And let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Office hours. How's this look? Can you guys see this all right? I kind of zoomed it in as best as I could, but kind of got everything here that I wanted to cover. Yep, TFSP in the chat. Let's go. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. We're just getting started here. So TFSP in the chat, and we're going to talk about this office hours here. So office hours starts off with a bang yesterday. Straight bang. So obviously we all have noticed that Rob's communication within Discord kind of, took a huge step back after International Fight Week. He made a couple announcements himself as to either why he wasn't in there or, whatever's going on. But, a lot of this stuff, if you read it at surface level, you kind of get an understanding. But if you start taking some layers off and kind of looking at things at the bigger picture, you kind of see why things are happening the way they are. And I'll break down some of this stuff for you. So first and foremost, Rob stepped down as the GM, which kind of sucks. I know Rob's a game guy, right? So we'll touch on the game in a little bit, but with the updates that are happening in regards to the game, which is the game development is paused, and we'll talk about that shortly. Rob being a game guy, I'm thinking, I believe his real title is like head of games type deal. So if they're like, pausing the game or whatever the case is with the game, because we really don't know, this kind of makes sense. But nobody really knew the game was, put on hold until, just recently. So Rob's out. Appreciate Rob for, he did add some stuff in his time. There was a couple changes that he made that I was a fan of. But he did break down kind of a little bit of how the company is structured for us, right? So this is something a lot of us were curious about. A lot of us wanted to know. Proper tracks. You mean Proper Bitch? Proper Bitch, who didn't hit my DMs all week, and I've been looking for him in every single Discord known to man. But yeah, Proper Bitch did not show up So they will be called Proper Bitch here on out. But back to Rob's little announcement here. RRX, my boy, appreciate you. But so community, all Alex. Engineering is run by the same lead they had from the beginning, somebody we probably don't really know. Marketing is led by Elliot, who has been here for a while. Some of you may have met him at UFC X290. That could have been the new marketing guy they hired not too long ago. Creative team is led by industry vets. Art side, we don't really know those people. Product team is led by Aziz, who will likely have a future officer. So we'll probably start talking to this dude. The team developed the team that developed UFC Strike Now, for example. So this guy is part of the team, the product team, and they develop products for UFC Strike, like UFC Strike Now. So that's a dude we got to talk to that we don't know. And last but not least is the live ops team led by Daniel. They are responsible for day-to-day production and operations of the features built and designed by the products and engineering team, as well as the content, example series 2. So that being said, we got a little bit of a lay of the land in the beginning. After Rob announced that he's stepping out. And then questions started coming in, right? So I started going through some of these questions. Cape Cod Chris, any thoughts for Series 2? What qualifies for Challenger, low mid-bound like type challenges like E-Game? Okay, so I was asking about bottlenecks, rarity, how big are the moments going to be? Rob says team is going to be changing up the rarity tier and structure in Series 2. There will be clear narrative guidelines on what goes into each tier. All right. Is the goal that Concept Labs wants to achieve is strictly focus money and time on Strike Now and slowly put an end to Strike. So this reaffirmed that I guess, Strike Now is a one-off type deal. Talking about traditional moments, project has been releasing over the last year and a half. No plan to put an end to our moments or, the types of things that we have, which is decent. Good news there. Is there a roadmap coming in October? So we were told there's a roadmap coming, right? They had a meeting with the UFC. They said it's a good meeting, and we're happy to have great partners work with us on building our product. We'll be working on communicating a lot when it's coming down pipeline, for example. Okay, cool. So no roadmap yet, but I don't know if there's any change or anything on that front. And then Real asked about the Champ Club entry. So that's not going to change. They say in the foreseeable future, it's going to be one champ to get in the club. But, they could do maybe like how they did in the past with having multiple champs for drops, etc. So not too much here substance-wise that we can dig into too much more. But some good questions with some decent updates for us there. Next page, we got Business Jeremy. How will utility for Series 0 and Series 1 moments look once we're in Series 2? Great question. Should we expect regular inclusion in challenges, infrequent inclusion, or no inclusion? So he's kind of mad there's no challenge this week. They did put out a disclaimer a couple weeks ago that they're going to be, weeks that we don't have challenges. So I didn't think it would be a week where we have like a ton of strike fighters on the card, but it is what it is, right? But he said Series 0 and Series 1 will be just as important in Series 2. Working towards ways to use your moments in Strike Now. So this is interesting, guys. This is interesting here. We're working towards ways to use your moments in Strike Now. So that's what they've been saying, trying to get our moments into Strike Now. And holding and collecting will be a big part of achievements. So this achievements word, they've been using this yesterday and today, and it's a new word. So it sounds like They're either implementing some sort of, like how Top Shot has a Top Shot score, something along those lines. Whether I mean, I don't know what the achievements are. Maybe it's like, every 10 lightweights you own, you get an achievement. I don't know. I have no idea. But I have been saying that the platform needs underlying engagement for 9 months now since I've been doing the show. So it's good that they're finally putting some sort of underlying engagement in. But is it too little? Is it too late? I don't know. All right. Kai Boy, win Series 2 in a matter of weeks, not months. Currently targeting mid-November. So that means mid-November, UFC 295, maybe a pack drop designed around 295, Series 2 UFC 295 pack drop maybe. But anticipated drop next month, ladies and gentlemen, for Series 2. That's what they're targeting. So we'll see if it comes to fruition. But I don't know. Will they make pay-per-view challenges more epic than the fight night challenges? Maybe even incorporate building up the monthly pay-per-view by completing the prior fight night challenge for big grand rewards. Good idea. Just want to be able to feel the difference in a pay-per-view and fight night. I know it's on the team's radar, and it'll make a lot of sense to do that. Yep, for sure. Oh, yeah. If it's not, I mean, hopefully it's not pack purchasing achievements, especially when he said holding and collecting will be a big part of achievements. That's a good set of words that are next to each other, right? And that little half sentence right there. So it's important for us. And let's see, what do we got? I could see buying X amount of moments in a week or a month for achievement. If they do different stuff like that, could be cool. A little added engagement, plenty of options. Yeah, for sure. Or yeah, net spend achievements. But when you say collecting and holding, I mean, does that necessarily mean, hey, go to the marketplace, buy this and hold it for an X amount of time? Or maybe they're going to introduce freezing or locking or who knows? Who knows what these achievement type things will look like, right? Yeah. So took the words out of my mouth, right? So you never know. Who knows? But it looks like Series 2 is going to be full of a bunch of variables that we have not seen before. So we'll see how it goes. Said teams. This is on the team's radar. Makes a lot of sense to do this. I asked a bunch of questions, right? Website update. What the is going on with the website update? When are we going to get the shit merged together? When is these marketplace issues going to go away? I really wanted to know who's crafting challenges. So who specifically is crafting our challenges, and especially the people crafting the challenges, how they were coming up with our rewards. Because the thing is, if you have good challenges, and you give people what they want in the reward, you won't see as many people exiting the platform. So these are real questions that I really wanted to know, because I want to know, how are these rewards getting picked, and is there a list? Because if there's a list, guys, like, if it's a lightweight heavy, if it's a lightweight match or something, like main event, like, give us a list of the lightweight moments you got pre built out already. And, we could pick from a list of 5 or 10 of them or something. You know what I'm saying? Versus like just randomly feeding us stuff like Morono last week, who is, with Series 1 ending now. Alex Morono is our bottleneck, boys. Alex Morono is our bottleneck, especially if there's no challenge this week. We got Series 2 coming in the next few weeks. It's looking like Morono is going to be the bottleneck. Says website updates are in progress. The goal is to get everything unified, including the collection pages, which is an absolute must and should have been done a very long time ago. these updates will still take time, which does not sound good, especially considering there's constant updates happening to UFC Strike Now, which is something that your core community, you know, isn't really, fond of, and the numbers speak for themselves. Like, we could all see who's buying these, how many they're buying, and how much revenue the company's generating from this. So, like, if you focus those resources, the time, the effort on, the actual core of the platform, which is our moments, it'd be a little bit different scenario, I think. And then for challenges here is handled by our live ops team, and different team members make suggestions and influence the designs and rewards. So how many people? You said different team members. How many people? Is it 1? Is it 5? Is it 10? Like, how many hands does our challenge touch? You know what I'm saying? And how many people are looking at this reward and saying, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. At times, the rewards chosen are from what we already have in our inventory to pull from. So there is an inventory that you have to pull from. So you didn't really answer my question about, can we see the list and pick which rewards we want or be given options? The rewards chosen are what we have from our inventory to pull from. And sometimes the footage is requested. Yeah, obviously we know the footage is requested, like UFC 293, when we had the fan vote challenge for Tyson Pedro. But come on, kind of left me hanging on that one, especially like if there's a list. I mean, who knows? What if they have like 150 moments ready to go, bro? And there's some good shit in there that we could have got instead of Morono or, random ass stuff. We got retired people the last 5, 6, months. It's wild. It's wild. With challenges in general, I would expect some changes heading into Series 2. We hope so, because you need something, right? You got to have something, because our entire platform relies on challenges. So the challenges have been lackluster up until this point. Like, pretty much after the big leaderboard burn challenge, they have pretty much been lackluster, like just the team trying to get to the finish line and end Series 2 by feeding us crappy rewards week by week. And then it keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And then I think finally somebody, the light bulb turned on. It was like, you know what? Maybe we should end the series as soon as possible, And that's why we're seeing some stuff in motion here. But is it too little, too late? Like, you guys watched all these big, big, big collections just walk right out the door and nobody said shit, bro. So, like, I'm not sure. Like, and then we'll talk about the next slide in a second. But challenges, there may be more challenges that are thematic and not necessarily built around the week's fights. Why don't you have two challenges a week? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Have a thematic challenge and a fight, or a stat based, or a fight, or a challenge related to the fight card, something, Or they may become simpler, but focus on first look, not minted to completion, but first opportunity to get it, and focus more on collecting over burning. Yes, we are all burnt out, which is a good thing. Yeah, should be. I mean, this is a collectibles platform, right? We have digital collectibles, or do we have digital charcoal? That's how I've been calling my moments the last few months. It's charcoal. First look makes it sound like a moment is made, mint count is agreed upon, and first to complete is eligible. Yeah, sounds about right. Could be something like that. Or like if you if it's sequential order, you get the serial based on your completion time. They could do that. So there's a couple different ways you could go with that first look section there. And then here's another piece on this achievement system. With the achievement system too, which will lead to a reward system. So they're implementing something. We'll be focusing on gamifying, collecting, and collections. As that rolls out and becomes deeper, challenges may not always take on the same form as in the past. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, they get it figured out. But based on track history and what you've put out the last 5-6 months, challenge-wise, it's tough to trust you at this point with what you're going to put out. So we'll see. We'll see. Next slide. So no game. As we covered in the Q&A, game development is currently paused to be determined on when it will resume. No changes to the status there. So with the game paused, so this is another big deal. Because a lot of us, when we heard about the game getting announced, right, thought, hey, this could be something that could drive in new users, right? Because it's not like we're going to be getting people from Top Shot. It's not like we're going to be getting people from, NFL All Day or NHL Breakaway. Like those would be the people you try to cater to, because obviously Strike's not doing any, they haven't, like I've always preached marketing at the event. I'm all about maybe running a 20-30 second ad on the Jumbotron, showing people in the champ lounge or, meeting fighters, quick little snippet, boom, scan this QR code, takes you to the website, bada bing, bada boom. But we haven't seen any marketing like that. And I felt the game was going to be a big marketing piece, hopefully to just get more eyes on the project, right? And with the game paused, there's going to have to be the game paused, what are you going to do? What's your big, so we passed International Fight Week. Where's the big marketing push going to come? Is it going to come for 295 with Series 2? Are they going to broadcast in the arena? I hope so. I really do hope so. Why can't they market on a secondary website like SureDog, MMA Mania, etc., using game funds for that? Yeah, it's a good idea. Those are big time MMA websites. People go on those websites all the time to check MMA news. But yeah, I'm not sure. They could have done sponsored ads with some of those guys. I'm not sure. But the game being paused is a big X on the marketing upswing that I thought we were going to be going to. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a big plan of marketing or a big marketing push coming up. It's got to be coming soon because, like I said, every week, more of your top customers are walking out the door. Starting with Series 2, how long will future series be? Will future series be tied to calendar year or a different 12-month period? Just need guidance on how long a series will be starting with Series 2 and onward. Series 0 was short and Series 1 feels like forever. No set time frame for Series 2. Might be another 2-year marker. We'll see. But we know that S1 went on for much longer than anyone would have liked. I would say a goal would be for a more of an annual update to the series progression, but it's really early to say. Will the same fighters be able to be minted in Series 2? For example, can we see a fourth moment of a fighter? I would hope not, as that could devalue that fighter drastically if not done correctly. The goal for S2 is to be very cognizant of the moments released previously. This doesn't mean we won't mint a fighter previously minted, but you're not going to see, for example, a fighter with a 10K mint count get another high mint moment. It's something we'll be very mindful of. Doesn't mean that somebody's not getting a fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh moment, right? So you might be seeing some dupes coming out right off the rip. Who knows? Scarcity updates for S2, and most importantly, cap on champion moments for Series 2. I heard Strike Fighter NFTs could be considered champ level. I want to know. There will be scarcity updates for S2, and we'll make sure those are clear at launch. We will have updated tiers, and you will see the Series 2 edition, sizes, and mint counts for each tier that we are doubling down on the importance of scarcity and economic balance. As for fighter MTs, while they are not currently on our radar to release, any system that uses the same tiering as moments will have the same rules apply. Hard cap on champion tier moments apply across the ecosystem. Okay. So obviously, more talk on tier and rarity structure. Nothing too crazy there. Next page. Strike Team looking at tiering the champ, airdrop, or switching things up. It's great getting things free, but holding 35 champs isn't really a reward getting 17 to 18 fandoms of 2 fighters. Absolutely 100%. S2 won't matter at all if they can't draw new collectors. And I thought the game was going to be a good, driving force there, but with the game on pause, yeah, I'm not too sure where we're going to get more people, unless, like I said, you start hitting that jumbotron in the stadium, dude. I'm telling you, it's the best way to do it. No plans to change the quarterly airdrop, but we talked about before, the team is looking at other ways to reward holding larger collections, and will Strike still offer tickets next year, as far as I know, yes. So that was pretty much it in a nutshell. I think I kind of covered everything, especially with the game. Like, without the game, what's your marketing plan? What are you going to do to bring in new users? Like I always say, talk is cheap, man. Gotta see you walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But on to the next thing. Morono, your new bottleneck. They had to mint them to 250. Minted to 250. And they have to burn them or some shit, right? Are they burning this guy? Finished at 232. 18 left in packs because he didn't hit the Challenger edition size. Moment. Yep. So I guess they're going to burn these, or I don't know what they're going to do. But cost to complete was probably like, if you didn't have nothing, it was probably like $35. Sitting a little higher than that. Ain't too bad, but a lot of people, not too many dupes out there. Obviously, we got a low completion number here. So that's your new bottleneck, guys. I know it's the bottleneck everybody wanted. Alex frickin' Morono, and he got his ass whipped too last week. So great bottleneck for us. Yep. What are the people saying? As far as I know, means I'm not sure. And yes, at the end, those are deceptive or more. There's definite, but it just is. But yeah, I don't know. They said that other guy's going to be coming in for the office hours in the future, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But this is your bottleneck, ladies and gentlemen. And we didn't have a challenge this week, so we just had everything that came out yesterday. So pretty rough week for us, to say the least. Contender Series wasn't too bad this week. It was the last episode. Season 7 finale. It's a pretty decent one. Pretty decent one. Pretty decent one. Couple knockouts. There was 2 knee knockouts, which is pretty wild. Had that rear naked choke, couple decisions, but they were good. They're all good fights. Dana gave out 6 contracts, I think. Was it 6? Yeah, he gave out 5. 5 of the 6 winners received UFC deal. But yeah, it was a good card. Contender series is over. Dana got some cheap talent. Dana read some cheap talent. What do we got here? My opinion on what garbage ass shit? What are you talking about? My opinion? I gave you my opinion. You ain't fucking listening. I told you. Bro. I'm not a fan that the game is the game was going to be what would save the platform. Now if the game's not coming, what the fuck is going to save the platform? You know what I'm saying? Like that, I think I made my point clear, but now with the F-bombs, I think I reiterated my statement with a little bit more of a firm position. Do you agree? Jay-Z said we have a cool promotion starting Monday. They're offering $2.95 tickets to the winner of next week's Strike Now on the leaderboard. Let me know when Strike Now uses my moments, and I will participate in Strike Now. That's where I'm at with Strike Now. Yeah, decent card. Contender series was nice. I didn't mind it at all. It's a pretty good season. Had some good fights. Dana got some good cheap talent coming in. And till next year. Now Tuesday nights aren't going to be the same. Yeah, so. Got the fight card coming up tonight. Little low-key banger, not too bad. Some good ones on here. Some really nice fights. A couple good ones on prelims. Yep. Should be decent. It should be a fun fight. Alatang Haley versus Chris Gutierrez. McKinney is fighting this guy on short notice. Got his opponent changed, but T-Rex is back and he's fighting. Hopefully gets a nice little finish. Get on a nice little win streak going. You know what I'm saying? Should be able to do it. Let's talk about the main card, though. Main card for sure. Main card, Cameron versus Christian Rodriguez. This one, I am rolling with the South African Cameron. I think they're both good, but I just think Cameron has a little bit more power for his weight class and his division. He's put some people on their ass already. So I think that Cameron will get it done. Maybe a finish, second round, maybe TKO, something like that. Take a look at it. But I like Cameron. I like Cameron to win that one, even though he's a dog. He's a live dog, baby. Pereira versus Petrosky. This is a bit of a wild fight. Andre obviously is excellent grappler. Not the best striker, you know. He's gotten better since his time in the Ultimate Fighter when he first came on, but his last fight or so, he looked like he got a little bit better with his hands. But Pereira's a nut job, you know. So I think if Petrosky can get his arms around the guy, get him to the mat, he can make it quick work early. You know what I'm saying? But Pereira just has that X factor. You feel me? And that X factor is his crazy shit that he throws: the spinning kicks, the spinning attacks, the elbows, the knees. Dude's a wild man. So as long as Petrosky, which I think he will, avoid all that crazy shit, maybe get a hold of a leg, get a hold of an arm when he's trying to throw some wild shit, take him to the ground. Should be easy work once he gets him to the mat. We're rolling with Petrosky. Yanez versus Martinez. I got to go with my boy Adrian. Got to go with my boy Adrian, bro. I'll never not pick against this guy. I don't care what or who he's fighting. Picking him always. I got Yanez by TKO. Great boxer. Think after that Rob Font loss, he probably, he's a young fighter, dude. He's up and coming still. He probably, went back to camp, learned some shit. Got a little wild in that fight, So I think he'll come here a little bit more calculated, a little bit more poised, and put Martinez out with some precision strikes. Precision strikes for sure. Maya versus Vivian. I'm rolling with, man, it's hard to not go with Maya, right? She keeps winning. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough to not go with Maya. Yeah, I'll probably roll with Maya on this one. Might be a close fight, but I think Maya wins. I think Maya takes it. And then last, but certainly not least, Super Sadiq Yusuf versus 1-800 Barbosa. Can Barbosa do it again? Did he get lucky against Billy Q with that knee? But this guy's not going to be shooting. This guy's going to be striking with him. And a little bit more volume coming from Yusuf. He's sitting at decent favorite right now. Yusuf is. Should be a pretty good high-level striking match, and it should be a nice fight to watch, absolutely, for sure. Should be a fun one. Maybe somebody eats a kick and gets knocked out. Somebody eats a knee. But somebody's going to eat something big in this fight, and I think it does not go the distance for sure. And even though I love Edson, bro, man, Father Time's going to catch up to somebody eventually, bro. And I think, man, if he pulls it off, I'll be shocked. Honestly, I'll be shocked if Edson wins. Because, goddamn, this guy dropping down weight. It's pretty nuts, man, for his age. It's pretty nuts. But should be a banger. I'm excited. But I'm going to roll with Yusuf. I'm rolling with Yusuf on it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough youth experience. It's tough for sure. And we didn't really get a good sample size of Edson because that Billy shot right into that knee. So we didn't really see how he looked over a good whole round, couple minutes type deal. But you never know, man. Never know. That's why we love the sport. Anything can happen any given Saturday. Best guy in the world can get his lights put out. Or the best guy in the world, like Izzy, can get absolutely neutralized by Sean Strickland. Never know. That's why it's great. Yeah, it's a featherweight fight. It's at 145. Featherweight bout. Featherweight bout should be decent. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if he fought at lightweight. He might have. But I know his last few fights have been at featherweight. Let's see. Shit. There we go. What is this? 145. Durnian. Yeah, his last fight was at featherweight too. Yeah, he's been fighting featherweight a couple fights already. Arnold Allen too. Shit, was he 135? Featherweight. No, 145 all day. Yeah, so should be a good one. But that's pretty much all I got today, no challenge. So it's a bit of a shorter show this week. Gonna run this giveaway. TFSP in the chat. TFSP in the chat. $10 Dapper up for grabs. Last call. Last call. Well, yeah, we do have a community challenge in the Strike Discord. I think Bonesy did another one. I'll have Poker Link posted shortly, a little bit. I'll probably start it after the main card ends tonight, so be on the lookout for that. But let's get this last call for TFSP in the chat. All right. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who's going to get it. Who's going to get it? Real. Bang. Congratulations, Mr. Real. The man's a winner. Good shit, bro. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Watch those fights later. Should be good. Proper bitch. You're still a bitch. And that's pretty much it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I will see you. Peace.